Hey guys, I'm Pixel Dan, and this is a quick review of the Marvel Legends Infinite Series Captain America from Avengers: Age of Ultron, also known as the Thanos Wave. So I'm going to go ahead and do a series of quick reviews on some of the most recent Marvel Legends action figures to celebrate the release of Avengers: Age of Ultron, and what better place to start than with Captain America himself. So let's jump right in and take a look. Of course, he does come in that standard Marvel Legends window box packaging, and the back of it shows off the other figures in the wave and shows you which figure comes with which Thanos Build-A-Figure. Now, when we get this guy out of the package, I do want to point this out right away. Much of this figure is pretty much exactly the same as what we saw with that Captain America figure that we just recently got in the Winter Soldier wave from Marvel Legends. Most of this figure is completely reused from that guy, so a definite heads up here. Now, the big difference, of course, is that he is now painted in the color scheme that is more accurate to the way he appears in Age of Ultron, which is very nice. So it's a lot more brightly colored with blues and reds, and got the whites, the silver on the star on the front there. Most of that sculpting detail is exactly the same. So the legs, the boots, everything including the head there, the arms, all of this comes right off of that Winter Soldier Captain America figure that we've already got. Now, that's a great Captain America figure, so it's cool that the sculpting is still good sculpting, and it works, it works well for his new costume here. It's not a whole lot different, mostly it's the colors and everything. This torso piece right here does appear to be new torso though, as the design and everything here is different than what we saw right there on that Winter Soldier version, as you can see them standing side by side here. So we got some different designs going on here. We got obviously different paint job. It's brighter blue. We got reds. We got silvers. For the most part, the paint deco is pretty good, but you'll notice I got some silver kind of scraped off on the star there on his chest. And the white, you can tell that the white stripes are just painted over the blue torso. Same with the red. And unfortunately, some of that blue is bleeding through. It almost feels like the paint's not thick enough on there. But it's not too terrible. For the most part, it's pretty clean. You can see some of that on the back too. Some rubbing on the back of his arms there. So it's not a perfect paint job, but it's not terrible either. It could be worse. So the articulation and all that stuff is pretty much going to be standard as far as what we're already used to, since we've basically already seen this guy. That head's on a ball joint, and it works really nicely there, so you can look left or right. You can move it slightly up and down. You can see it's even got a little hinge joint up there, so good range of motion there. The arms are ball jointed, and it's those really tight ratchet joints there, so you can see forwards, backwards, swivels at the bicep, great double joints at the elbow, so great range of motion there. You got those swivels at the wrist as well as the hinge joints, so you can see you can move the hands up and down there. Same with the right hand there. It's got the fist, so you can actually, move the wrist up and down, which is very nice. You got a nice ab crunch there. You got a swivel at the waist. You got the nice kind of like hinge like ball joints there at the thighs. The legs can go outwards, like about that far, not too far, but forwards and backwards very nicely. Swivels at the thigh cut. Great double joints at the knees for a great range of motion. Nice and tight joints there, which is good. Swivels at the boot cut. And nice, really tight joints on the ankles there with a good ankle pivot. So very nice. You should be able to pull off some really good poses with this guy. Of course, Captain America wouldn't be Captain America without his trusty shield. Once again, this is the same shield that we've already seen, specifically with that Winter Soldier release, but the colors are different this time around. Obviously, we've now got that red, silver, blue color on there, which is very nice. Got a bit of a metallic shine to both the silver and the blue especially, which is very cool. And the straps, I like the straps on this because they're sized just right where you can get his hand through and it actually holds in place really well. It's a little smaller on this loop here, so it's tighter on his wrist. This one's a little bit more open, and it kind of fits on there really nicely, so you can actually get some pretty good poses out of that, and it doesn't fall off. But it's also still very easy to pop it off the figure if you want to, so I really like that. That's pretty nice. Another great thing about this guy is he comes with interchangeable pieces. So we can swap out his hands, which is very cool. You can see the figure right now, he's got like a closed fist on the right. He's got the pointing finger here on the left. So if we want to, we can swap that out. Just pulls out a little peg there, you see. We can put in another fist if we want to. So we can have fisticuffs. Put them up. Or this one's really fun. pop out the right hand here. You can see it's real tight. Give it a good tug. Ah, there we go. And then we can pop this other one in its place. And this is great because this is like the saluting hand, which is always a really cool one. Now, these are great hands, but again, boo, they're the same hands we already saw with this guy. On top of that, interchangeable head, which is always nice. So we can put on the unmasked Steve Rogers head here. Let's see, you got just the ball joint there. Then you just got to squeeze the head onto the ball joint. With that hinge up there, it does kind of move the ball joint sometimes when you're trying to pop it on. But there you go. So pretty nice little Steve Rogers head. Mine's got a scratch right above the eye. Looks like some battle damage. Cap's got some battle damage there. But it's, again, the same head sculpt. So if you've already got that Winter Soldier Captain America, like I said, much of this figure is exactly the same. He's just repainted. Bit of a different paint job there. But if you missed out on that one or you didn't pick that one up because you weren't fond of that particular costume, this one is still very nice to get. And it's got those brighter colors. It's got the Age of Ultron appearance, which is very nice. Alright, so let's go ahead and do this. We'll get Cap in here, and then we're going to do a quick comparison time. I keep talking about that Winter Soldier Cap, obviously, so we got to put him in there for some comparisons. But we'll also get, one of the other Avengers 1 Captain America in here, so you can see them all kind of standing side by side and see the differences between them, which is pretty cool. It's neat getting all the different costumes, right? Just the different variations. I don't know. That's something that I specifically like, being able to get the different outfits of all these guys from the different movies. And of course, since this is the Thanos wave, Captain America does got this Build-A-Figure piece, which is the right leg. The right leg of Thanos. So we can build Thanos once we get all the parts, which is awesome. Though, I don't think it's the movie version of Thanos. It's like comic Thanos, but still, it's pretty sweet, right? There you go, guys. There is a quick review of the Marvel Legends Captain America from the Thanos wave. And it wasn't even really that quick of a review, right? We're still clocking in at 8 minutes, but a little bit of a different style than I usually do. And like I said, hey, I'm going to do more Marvel Legends reviews leading up to the release of this film. So stay tuned, my friends. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and until next time.